Hey everyone, Slothcakes here, and welcome back to some more Battle Operation 2. Today we're going to be tackling the boss battle and the battle simulators that came out with the second anniversary, and its return of the Psycho Gundam. Now this is very similar to the last one, both being the Psycho Gundam, same map. The Psycho Gundam does the exact same thing as it did last year. Kind of disappointing, but the only difference is your teammates being Adisia and Hyaku Zero, and also the beginning where instead of the last one you have to kill everyone. In this one the wave just acts a little bit differently. But we're gonna do something a little different. At the end of this, showing you guys my best run, I'm gonna just give you guys a breakdown of what happens and just some few tips that could help you guys. Because last year when this happened, I felt like some people had some trouble with this, and I think I should give you guys just some explanation or just some findings I found that might actually help you guys. But with all of these battle simulators, I'm going to be using the Double Zeta Gundam. I very much like this suit, it's really fun, and I haven't showed you guys my build yet, but I'll probably put it in the beginning. My build is just damage, but with this one specifically, the Psycho Gundam does melee and beam damage, so those are the only two things you need to worry about. His moves are still the exact same, all of his beam attacks hurt a lot. Just you're gonna have to bob and weave. Biggest tip I can give you is, you know this wall right here that you see? Stay near this one, because the Psycho Gundam's tracking is insane when he shoots out of his hands and he's targeting you, where you have to dodge at the last second to actually dodge his moves. So staying near this wall lets you just shimmy back and forth, and he can sometimes get stuck, or he can just sometimes just shoot the wall while trying to shoot you. But you know, he still has the mouth, no, not the mouth, he still has the hand lasers. He can shoot both of them. He can shoot the chest lasers, then he can shoot all of his lasers that will most likely instantly kill you or break your legs. If that happens, it's kind of a dead run. Melee, he still has his kick and he still has his ground pound. You just want to find this time when you can actually hit him. That's the best advice I can give you. Now, I did find these battle simulators a lot easier than last time. It could be that they're just overall easier, or it could just be I'm using the Double Zeta, because I've just found these so much more consistent. With this one, it took me roughly 46 minutes, and with the other ones, I've done them all under an hour. So I don't think if you have the Double Zeta, you should be able to do these pretty simply, or just do them without too much of a problem. But it could also just be RNG, because you know, sometimes the Psycho Gundam targets your teammates, sometimes he will target his teammates and do that really long charge up move like 3 times in a row, giving you all the time in the world, and sometimes the enemies have the aim of a god and will stun lock you to death. It's very heavy in just how things happen. But you know, if something bad happens, just restart it and just go right at it again. Didn't take me too long. I did this right under 3 minutes. I did mess up a few times, but even with me messing up, I still got it, which is the most important thing. But anyways, right now I just want to break some things down for you and show you guys some interesting things that I figured out or that I just noticed. On to builds. Here's my build. The build for this is very basic. The biggest things you need to worry about is beam and melee. Now, the beam, you're going to get hit a lot by it, so be careful about that. And if you have a mobile suit that's really weak to beam attacks, I would stay away from it, because a few shots, maybe like 1 or 2 shots from the Psycho Gundam is going to either destroy your legs or kill you. Now for melee resistance, the Psycho Gundam has 2 melee attacks. It's kick and it's ground pound. Its kick, if you get hit by it, it's going to do a ton of damage, but it eats so much time that it might be just a dead run by itself, or it might just break your legs. The ground pound, there's an insanely high chance it will just instantly kill you, or it will do so much leg damage where your legs are broken or near broken, so that's something you just don't want to get hit by ever. It also wastes a lot of time. So beam resistance, probably the most important. Some health if you need it. Get some leg health if you just feel like you get shot in the legs a lot. Damage is very important. For both cases, you're going to be shooting and meleeing when you can. Also depends on your mobile suit, and the rest just depends on you. If you want focus down, if you're overheating or using up all your ammo, get reload down, this really just depends on you. Spawning in, you're going to be greeted to 5 enemies. Let's go through all of them from left to right. Now on top of this giant ass box, you're going to see a Hyzak custom. This is a support type with a sniper rifle. Below it, you're going to see a God Plant. This is a raid type and he's pretty bulky, so you got to be careful about that. And he's kind of really aggressive. Now above him, you're going to see a Marasai. This is a general type with a sniper rifle, so he can stun you. And on the ground right next to him, you're going to see a Ashimar, which is a general type, which is also kind of bulky. And above that, you're going to see another Marasai with a sniper rifle. Now the nice thing about it is all the suits with sniper rifles are pretty weak, so you can kill them with just a few shots. But the 2 other ones are kind of bulky, so you're going to have to put a little more effort into killing them. Whatever suit you want to kill first is really up to you, because you have to finish 2 of them off before the Psycho Gundam spawns in. Damage does retain over, which is nice. If you weaken all of them, then kill 2 of them, when the Psycho Gundam spawns in, they'll still keep their health. Now when the Psycho Gundam spawns in, a Hyzak is gonna spawn in, which is a general type, and he has a machine gun, and he's the only one that has a ballistic gun, which is interesting, but he's no problem, he's just pretty simple. Finally, the Psycho Gundam. The Psycho Gundam can be difficult if you don't know what you're doing, and also RNG can just be really annoying. There's times where the Psycho Gundam can just cheese you out and kill you, and there's other times where he will get cheesed and you can just kill him. But 2 important things you need to know is his head and his legs. His head is a weak spot. If you hit it, you're going to do extra damage, and if you have the ammunition and the weapons and the accuracy to consistently hit the head, go for it, which is a actually pretty nice strategy to do. Second is his legs. His legs will build up stun. If you hit his legs, the stun bar will go up. When it reaches maximum, he'll be in a stunned state. He will drop on one leg, and his entire body, besides his shield, will be a weak spot, meaning you'll do extra damage if you hit him. During these few seconds, you have to maximize your damage. Just because if you can't consistently hit his head, this is where majority of your damage is coming from, so make sure you don't overheat your gun, overheat your thrusters, or put your gun on reload when you get him into that stunned state. Now just for some pointers, his ground pound, while it's very dangerous to be near it, the second it goes off, go right at him and start meleeing him and attacking him. He has a long get up animation, so that's plenty of time to rack up some damage, and also his head is low to the ground where you can actually melee it. So that's pretty nice if you want to build up some extra damage, or if you want to focus the legs and get some stun. Now a very awesome thing is if he's attacking your teammates. If he's attacking your teammates, he could do the move where he charges all his lasers and just blasts you, but he'll be blasting his teammates, which gives you complete full range to just consistently pelt him with bullets or just slap him with melee. Just be careful with some of his moves, because even if he's not locked onto you, the ground pound can still hit you, and especially the kick. If he's not locked onto you and he's kicked, the heel can still hit you, and when he revs his leg back, that hitbox is ridiculously big. I remember it screwing me over a lot of times last event. It didn't happen this time because I was very aware, but just be careful, his hitboxes are really jank. Now that wraps up everything I wanted to say. It's a pretty simple event. The boss battle isn't too complicated. You just gotta know what you're doing, and you just gotta pray to RNGesus that you just get a good run. Now before we end things off, I'm using the double Zeta, and I know some of you guys want to know. The Mega Particle Cannon on his head is not a good weapon. Do not use the high Mega Cannon. I've tried to do it a few times. If you hit him when he's in a weakened state, yeah, it might do a lot of damage, but it takes way too long to actually charge up and fire off, and even if you're playing with people, it's not a viable tool. So Maybe if you guys figure a way to use it, I didn't use it, I think it's not great for this event. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Tell me if you guys like this format for the battle simulators. I've already completed the other two, so they should be up shortly. If you guys enjoy this format, I'll gladly do the other ones like this, where I show you guys my run, then give you guys some tips or just some know-hows. But anyways, Sloth Kicks here. Hope you guys have a good one. See you guys next time.